On my recent trip to a little village called Kippen near Stirling, we went to this place called Flanders Moss. It was full of grasses, and just near the car park I took some of the grasses to dry and make an arrangement for the house. So there's different varieties that I have, but their main base that I'll be using are these sort of wheat-like varieties. Some of them are completely cream, some of them are tricolour. This unusually had purple stems with white heads or cream heads. And then there's these sort of lavender-like grasses that looked really nice. And I also took some shorter stalked varieties just to use as fillers in between the longer stems of grasses. So you can see some of them look a bit more feathery while others are a bit more stocky looking in nature. What I had done prior was to gather them all together and tie them into bundles. And that's how I intend to make my bouquet. So I'm not going to mix up the grasses, but I'm going to keep them in bundles and then just bring them all together. You'll also need some sort of good elastic band to tie the bouquet with. And then you'll need some scissors to cut the stems off. A strong pair of scissors, some ribbon for decoration, also some scissors for the ribbon itself. I also used gloves because the stems were quite hard and prickly at times. So this is the variety that I will use as my base. I will add to it the purple stemmed variety as well as the sort of original variety with just the cream heads. That gives me a good base to start off, and I'll just add bundle by bundle wherever I want, so that it looks pleasing to what I want at the end. So I've added the green variety with almost like corn-like heads. I don't know how to describe them, but they look really nice to me, so I added them first, and then I followed up with one variety after another. Now I've got more of that purple stemmed variety attached at the back, giving me more height as well as volume. The front, just to catch my eye, give me some interest when I'm looking at it. So I've got the feathery varieties at the very front because they're very short. I don't want them to get lost. And they give me some character to look at as well as some volume. And the lavender one matched the same height as the variety that I used as a base. After this, all you need to do is start tying it up and tidying it up before you can decorate it with some ribbon. So I took this elastic transparent band that I had in the house because I make jewelry, and I tied around the base of it, and then I could move the stems to make it sit any which way I want. I trimmed the stems so it looks a lot better. It doesn't look completely even, so I might hide that in a vase, but this is what it finally looks like. It looks a lot better in real than it does even in the camera. Then I started experimenting with some ribbon to see which I would like. A thick ribbon like this would be really nice. But I also tried the thinner ribbon and I ended up sticking with it. I didn't want the traditional bow like I show you here, but what I ended up doing was wrapping it around. So make sure you give it a tap like this just to make sure the stems are in place. But what I did with the ribbon was to wrap it around and then I knotted it tight so it wasn't too feminine looking. I, for one, really enjoyed making the little bouquet and it looked lovely inside my house. So I hope you give it a try and I'll see you in the next video with some more ideas. Bye bye.